We got news for you. We got news for you. We got news for you.
While they devise our demise, we grow wise. Upset the setup. The element of surprise, it's a setup. It's time to upset the setup.
Welcome, friends, family, and America. Telling it like it is news, April 19th, 2011. Topics of the newscast are the World Bank president and his comments on Monday. Also, the S&P and the outlook for the U.S. Not so good. Also, World Cup security and new technology they will be using. Donald Trump, we have to talk about Mr. And Homeland Security and what to look out for when you are purchasing ammunition at your local sporting goods stores and things of that nature. And not to mention, we have something special for you again. Our Commander-in-Chief will be back tonight. He had to take some time from his busy schedule to come and visit Afro Prepper and tell it like it is. But first, a quick message on how to educate yourself and some folks that's helped Afro Prepper on his quest for knowledge and protection. Enjoy. Just a quick list of channels that you might want to check out if you haven't already. Folks who have helped me in my quest for knowledge on preparedness. Check them out. Enjoy yourself. Educate yourself. Thank you. Welcome back, and let's start with a quote by Albert Einstein, which says, "Two things are infinite, the universe and human stupidity." And I'm not sure about the universe. Moving on to the news. The World Bank representative Monday, he's not even a representative, man. He is the actual president of the World Bank. His name is Robert Zoellick, who cited rising food prices as the main threat to poor nations who risk losing a generation. Wow. He was speaking in Washington at the end of the spring meetings of the World Bank and International Monetary Fund. And you know those guys have our best interest in mind, folks. Meanwhile, the G20 finance chiefs, who also met in Washington, pledged financial support to help new governments in the Middle East and North Africa. I wonder why. Probably because they're taking over everything, folks. Give me that money. Mr. Zoellick said such support was vital. The crisis in the Middle East and North Africa underscores how we need to put the conclusions from our last World Development Report into practice. The report highlighted the importance of citizen security, justice, and jobs, he said. Please look at this article from BBC News. This guy looks like a straight clown, and quite frankly, he looks like a Muppet. Unbelievable. They're screwing everybody, folks. Not to mention, Standard & Poor's going to downgrade the AAA credit rating for the United States. We all know that we don't have no credit, man. These clowns over here at the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund are screwing it up for everybody. Hey, by the way, guys, should we really continue paying taxes to these fools? I'm wondering what will really happen if we really decide to get off of our tails and really be proactive and actually do something. What are they going to do, put us all in jail? Last time I checked, I thought that was the plan anyway. Next, the World Cup 2014. And granted, this is a little ways out, but doggone it, if we can budget out to 2025 and save X amount of dollars, I believe I can talk about 2 or 3 years down the line. Wouldn't you agree? But Brazilian police are to use RoboCop-style facial recognition glasses to catch hooligans at the 2014 World Cup. I want to call it World Club. It's garbage. Anyway, the technology in these glasses, and I will read directly from the article, the glasses will use facial recognition technology to compare what officers are seeing against a database of 13 million mugshots. Okay? Are even close to 13 million people going to the World Cup? And are there even 13 million terrorist type folks out there? Maybe they should, at the top of the list, should be all government officials and their little pet patsies. I mean, I was at True Value Hardware the other day, and I saw a new thing from the Chia line. It's called Chia Patsy, where you can grow a patsy in the convenience of your own kitchen. Coming to a store near you. Moving on with the points about this technology. It's a small camera mounted on the glasses will be capable of identifying 46,000 points on the human face. Unbelievable. Right? Similar, if less advanced, technology is already used in some digital cameras on sale to the public. The camera is capable of recognizing 400 facial images per second and will instantly identify any matches to known criminals. Wow. The technology calls to mind the futuristic armory at the disposal of RoboCop in 1987 crime-fighting sci-fi classic, which is a great movie, by the way. Hello, Detroit, where corporations own the cities. Food for thought, folks. All right. After that, let's talk about Mr. Donald Trump. And Donald, I'm sorry, man, but I thought you was a cool guy at first, but then I started looking into some of this crap that you're saying, and goodness gracious, you make me want to just do what they would call BAM! Upside your head, man. I cannot wait until Ron Paul decides to announce that he will be running for president. Then he's going to throw a monkey wrench in your plans. Has anybody else out there thought about Donald Trump? And is he possibly working for the establishment? After all, he has quite a bit of dough and really answers to no one. And maybe he's just being used as a patsy. So coming to a True Value store near you, the Grow a Patsy Donald Trump version. And most likely the hair will fall forward. You see what I'm saying, folks? Do you see what I'm saying? Donald Trump, from Afro Prepper to you on your wonderful, illustrious career in politics. BAM! In your face, sucker. All right. Homeland Security. Now, this was an email that I received. Actually, it was my girl. She received this, and this came from survivalblog.com. Okay. The actual, let me get this out of the way here. The actual full post was simply, and pardon me for not being prepared, but let me get to it right here. It's in my Gmail. It was an article sent to my wife, and the title of it was "Beware of Homeland Security Training for Local Law Enforcement." And this was by an insider. This particular gentleman said he's been in law enforcement for the past 18 years, and he's attended a variety of training over those years. During the 1990s, he says, most training he attended was community-oriented, sponsored by local agencies or private companies specializing in police training. Themes common to training of the past included topics such as constitutional rights, community partnerships, youth-oriented programs, and problem-oriented policing. Now, he says during the past several years, he's witnessed a dramatic shift in the focus of law enforcement training. Law enforcement courses have moved away from local community focus to a federally dominated model of complete social control. Most training, he says, he has attended over the past 2 years have been sponsored by the Department of Homeland Security, namely the TSA, which is Transportation Security Administration, and FEMA, Federal Emergency Management Agency. And I'm not sure if they manage anything but shooting your ass. Dig. Okay? He was just really mentioning, and if anybody wants to read the full article about this, because I have to get to our special guest because he is buzzing in and wants to speak to you and yours, because obviously he's the media whore. But if anybody wants to read this full article, I have no problem sending this to you, and it's some great information. He mainly talks about things to look out for, because they're looking at everyone who talks about libertarian philosophy, Second Amendment views, survivalist literature, self-sufficiency, as in stocking food, things like this, homeschooling, and people that believe that there's an NWO conspiracy. They're looking at us as we're terrorists. I guess so. Shit. I mean, anyway, man. Make a long story short, you want to read the full article, I will gladly send it to you. Just email me at afroprepper@gmail.com. Okay? So, with all of that covered, let's get into it about our Mr. Commander-in-Chief, our friend in this war against terror. It's war against terror, folks. Our Commander-in-Chief. I'd like to welcome, once again, to Telling It Like It Is News, our Commander-in-Chief, President Barack Obama.